I drink a lot of coffee and it's costing me a fortune. So, what I really want to find out is if I can make a cafe quality coffee at home using a coffee machine, saving myself a few bucks along the way. To find out, I'm off to chat to some experts, including the barista at my local cafe, some professional taste testers, and the expert coffee machine testers at Choice. I'm also going to talk to some other cafe customers to see what they think about whether you can make a cafe quality coffee at home. Come on, let's go. How do you think the coffee that you make at home compares to the one that you just bought in the cafe?
It's pretty good at home. Like, I have an espresso machine with the pods. I use it like 3 or 4 times a day and I like it. But I like getting a little coffee when I'm out. It's like a nice little treat.
Do you ever make coffee yourself at home?
No, I don't. I find it too tricky to make it at home, and I just drink tea, really. Yeah, PG or Tetley. Yeah.
Do you think that you can make a coffee at home that tastes as good as the one you get in a cafe?
Yes, sometimes better.
Well, that's 3 different members of the community with 3 very different opinions. I think I'm going to have to chat to the experts to get to the bottom of this one. We're testing some coffee machines at Choice this week, and because I know you're the expert, you make my coffee all the time, I was wondering if I could get your take on what you think makes a really good coffee.
The biggest factor for me is the grinder. You want something really robust, strong, adjustable. It really determines a lot of things when you run it through the machine. And also, of course, barista skills. It's just a matter of learning, going through the process. Takes a while, I think, to get it right, and you're always learning.
And what do you think that my chances are of being able to make a coffee at home on my machine that tastes as good as the ones that you make me here?
No, it's just not really possible.
Hey guys, I wonder if you can help me. We want to test some of the coffee from the coffee machines we're testing to see if it can stack up to the coffee made at the cafe here at OG. So would you guys be keen to come along and see if you can pick the difference?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So the barista at my local cafe says we can't make a cafe quality coffee at home. But before we get stuck into our taste test with my volunteers, I wanted to ask Choice's professional taste testers what they're looking for when they're scoring coffee machines in our labs.
Yeah, so we're tasting the espresso shot. So we're looking at the crema, the colour of the crema, the thickness of the crema, and then what's the aroma like, and then also what the taste is like. And then is there an aftertaste to the coffee as well, and is it bitter, not bitter, the smoothness of flavour. So there's a lot of elements that make up a great espresso.
And does he think I can get a cafe quality coffee at home?
Yeah, you can definitely get cafe quality coffee at home. I think the thing about it is working out what machine you've got and how to extract the best flavour with that machine, and then working out the coffee that goes into the machine, and if it's pods, what pods you like, and the flavours that are in it, and then how you combine that. And if you have it with milk, it'll have a different taste profile as well. But yeah, in these economic times, if you can strive to get the best coffee you can at home, then it's a home run.
Now it's time to see what our volunteer taste testers think. We've got 3 coffees for each of you to try. One is from the cafe we were just at. One is from a coffee machine that Choice has recommended. And another is from a coffee machine that didn't do too well in our testing. So we'd love for you to try all 3 and then just let us know what you think.
I think as I went along, they got better. So this is my favourite one and this is my least favourite. So yeah, I'll say this one's number 1 for me.
Okay. How about you, Alice?
Probably on reflection, I think the 3rd one.
This one's a bit more bitter, like there's a sort of the coffee flavours there, but yeah, not quite hitting, whereas this is a smoother coffee.
If you were to pick one that was made in the cafe, which one would you pick?
I would say the 3rd one.
Yeah, I think the 3rd one because it sort of tastes stronger somehow. I think maybe that's that's the kind of telling.
So the cafe coffee only narrowly beat the homemade coffee from our top scoring machine, which is great news if you want to make your own cafe quality coffee at home. To help get you there, I'm now going to speak to Choice expert Adrian to get his take on what our barista said and get some tips on what makes a great coffee machine.
I think the barista, he knows what he's talking about. He's not wrong, but I do think you can get very, very close. They always use fresh beans, a good quality grinder, and of course, a good quality machine.
Okay, so let's talk about the machines. If I'm going to get one to make a cafe quality coffee at home,
Yep.
What are the things I need to be looking out for?
If you look into a premium machine, they're often much bigger, which can be difficult on the bench space. But the reason for that is because they have a boiler. So that boiler allows for consistent pressure and consistent temperature, and that really gives you a good quality extraction for your espresso. If you look at a more budget machine, they're often smaller, which can be better for a smaller kitchen. That being said, they don't have the ability to have that consistent pressure and temperature as much as the more premium machines. And because of that, they can be hit and miss.
How much should I expect to pay for something like this that you think would give a really good coffee?
Yeah, so a more premium machine will cost around $1,000 and goes up even more depending how crazy you want to get about it. A more budget machine is usually about a couple hundred.
Okay, and do you think that the more expensive ones are always better, or is it a bit?
Yeah, so in our taste tests that we do here at Choice, the more expensive machines often do come out on top, even sometimes better than our reference machine. The more budget machines, again, they're hit and miss. Some of them perform really quite poorly, but we get some that perform really great and they do a really good job.
So at the end of the day, I found out that if I buy the right machine, put some time into learning how to use it properly, get some really good beans, I should be able to make a pretty good cafe quality coffee at home. And the great news is, if you're in the market for a new coffee machine, the experts at Choice have you covered. They've reviewed a huge range of coffee machines for all budgets and recommended the best to help you choose. If you like getting the most for your money and buying the best products, subscribe to the Choice YouTube channel for more videos like this. But right now, I'm off to make a cuppa.